So if you've been following my channel since I talked about the Haslab Vengeance, whatever the hell that was called, you know, the Robbie Reyes failed project, my big point of contention was price point and figures that really didn't make sense to go with the project. They've learned their lesson. It's under 300 bucks. 300 bucks is such a... It's like... It's weird. $300 too much. $275? Yeah, it's like the meme. It's like when Vince McMahon gets excited. As soon as you hit under 300, it just it changes everything. It's just psychological. When I sell at toy shows, okay, and I sell something for $30, people will walk by it. When I have it for $25, it sells all day. Because then maybe they think there's a chance they can get it for $20. But obviously you're not going to get this for less than $275. Price point was key. Secondly, very smart to announce the Trouble Bubble a few days ago. They didn't sell out, but I think they will now. I think that it will pick up. The sales in the Trouble Bubble will pick up because now you have two things to fight. Even though we're not going to play with these things, in our mind we are. If you take pictures, if you want to display them hanging from like your room, the Trouble Bubble has something to fight against. The Dragonfly. Two flying vehicles going at it. Very smart to announce the Trouble Bubbles, and now bang, a 1-2 punch of vehicles that make sense to go against one another. So price point, timing. Those two things, very smart. It looks gorgeous. It's a big vehicle. I know McFarlane released the Batmobile in stores for $60, which is an extremely great value. He's going to do it again with a gold label, painted better. Whatever. You know, it is what it is. This is still, price aside, if you think it's too pricey, it's a good release. It's something. The Dragonfly was, everybody loves the Tomahawk and the Whale and, you know, the Rattler. But let me tell you something. The Dragonfly was one of the most fun vehicles. Every kid, when you played Joe's, wanted to play the Dragonfly because it was just fun to fly around. It had a little thing for the propeller to move, the little white switch. I don't think this is going to have that, but it's a great vehicle. It's a great looking military vehicle based off of a real helicopter. Wild Bill, even if Wild Bill was sold on his own, he's an iconic character. Now he's with his vehicle, and then you already have Airborne as one of the figures, a figure you'd want anyway, or Ripcord, I forget who it was. Even, you know, that'd be nice to have them both. We are getting to the point where the classified line is going to be up there with NECA's Toon Turtles for one of the best, like, fleshed out toon lines I've ever seen. Even though it's not one for the cartoon, obviously, it's based off like their own design. But to have vehicles and figures is very rare these days, and give them credit, they're doing it. This was a very smart release. This thing will get backed by the end of tomorrow, in my opinion. So Hasbro, you got to give credit where credit is due sometimes. Taking the high price out of it and the fact that it's not in stores. Listen, the fact that it's not in stores, you know, half the time, you know, the Batmobile is in stores, and you know, you haven't even seen it. McFarlane has us running to Macy's. McFarlane has toy collectors running to Macy's to buy a toy. Think about that. Silly. So the fact that you could just pre-order this and just sit on it and wait, and you'll have it. You know, I used to be so against toys not coming to stores. But half the time, the shit ain't there anyway. Because the stores don't care. Target and Walmart, they don't give a crap. They just pretend to care that they have toys there. So they don't even follow up with distribution. I know I'm rambling. I'm kind of pumped. Give credit where credit is due. If you're a G.I. Joe fan, support this thing. And hey, well, maybe we'll get more. I wouldn't say a fair price, but we're probably going to get 5 figures in a vehicle. You know, say you get 3. Let's just say you get 3 figures. They're about near 30 bucks. 36, you know, it's like $100 in figures right there. 175 for a vehicle that's a decent size. I'll take it. Take care, have fun. Let me know what you think.